So I'm gonna try something new. I've been wanting to vlog or kind of catalog just the work that I do out here from time to time. I've given myself a 100 mug challenge and told myself I've tried doing this in the past where I was just gonna sit down and fill up a kiln load, and I could probably fit like 60 some mugs. And so then I've always set the challenge to be like 100 mugs. Like I'm gonna throw 100 and I'm not gonna do anything else. And I've never followed through with that. I get to like 30 and then I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna throw bowls or whatever. But I'm really trying to hold myself to it this time. And so I've been working pretty hard over the last week getting some mugs made. I've gotten pretty close. I think I've gotten, let's see, I think I've gotten 39 done, maybe 40, because I just threw one for another video I was working on, just about centering and whatnot. So this is my progress. I'm actually getting pretty, I'm super bored of it already. I For me, pottery is always about exploration. So when something strikes me, that's the thing I want to go out and work on. And I really want to move on to some like lidded things or some new forms or get back to throwing some fancier stuff. But I got to kind of just stick with it. I got to follow through on my plan here to fill up a kiln load. The other thing is we sell a lot of mugs and we do consignment, and some of our vendors and even our own gallery that we have now on site is pretty low on mugs. And so that's another reason we kind of set like 100, because we wanted to have some like just some reasonable amount of stock out here. And so that's why I think I got to stick with it no matter what. And also I just have to prove it to myself that I can do that. So either way, just kind of sharing that. So I don't think these videos are going to be super long. There's not a whole lot to say. It's just a matter of maybe just kind of cataloging for myself some of the work that I do, and some of those other things. So hopefully this will be fun, and maybe you guys will get some enjoyment and entertainment out of it. I should be making a video here as soon as I'm done recording this, where I'm going to work on some essentially tips or some rules that I go by. I think it's also useful for some of the students that I've taken on as far as teaching pottery and how to center. And centering is just a major hurdle to get over. And I think it holds a lot of people back, or they get discouraged right away. Pottery is all about patience. And I think a lot of folks are just like, hey, they can come in and tomorrow they'll have a finished product. And it just doesn't work like that. It's just getting people to understand that. But then I think with the other side of it, of actually getting their hands on, not knowing what to expect and develop the muscle memory and what it takes to center a pot, I think they try it and they're just like, wow, that's a lot of work. And they just assume it's going to be easier than it actually was. So I just threw this little pot down here, little mug. So that should be my 40th mug right there. I'll keep that one. And then, so I'll have this tips video that should go out here before too long, and I'm gonna try to work on that today, in fact. So anyway, just wanted to share that, and I'll check in and share some updates as I get closer to 100 mugs and see how I'm feeling about things. I'm sure I'll feel pretty liberated towards the end, and also just feel good about getting it done and able to move on to some other things. This might be worth looking at. I made this to help understand like clay shrinkage size. And so I made this to kind of help me figure out if I throw a 2-inch opening, what size it's going to be. I have these lids that I got for making growlers. And so I've always struggled with consistently documenting and keeping track of how large an opening needs to be for like a piggy bank, or what can fit a quarter through. So I made sure that I have sort of this as a tool that if I want to go and double check to make sure if I'm making an opening too big or too small, that it's going to work for my purposes, whether it's a piggy bank or something like this growler. So I don't know, maybe that's something that's of interest to you guys out there. And like I said, I'll just keep posting stuff and share what I know and what have you. So thanks for taking a few minutes. I'll talk to you guys soon.